Hello, everybody. This is Life with Tashana, where life can be like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. So today, hi Kajaria. Today I had the bright idea of Shauna, go in your journal because I thought about that eventually in the journey that I'm on, it's gonna be um coming up on a year before I know it that I've been going through the journey that I'm going through. And I said that I'm going to go back and see where I was a year ago on this day when I hit a year of going through my cancer battle. So I thought about today, let me go um look in one of my journals. And I didn't pay attention to what journal it is. I can't remember what's in every journal, anyways. So I just randomly picked up one and I said I was going to go to today's date in the journal. So the journal that I ended up picking up, that journal was from 2005. Now, that's 20 years ago today. 20 years ago today. But I picked up that journal and I turned to October 13th, 2025, not 2025, 2005, which was a long time ago. But picking up that journal and reading what was happening on that day was something that also helps me that when other people come around and they going through issues and they've done some not so flattering things that I can be in a place of where I can say you wrong for what you did or you right for what you did, but I can also say, hey, Dylan, I can also stay in a place of not beating them down in the ground because I haven't done the best of the best in my life. Um, Another thing is too, I told you I like stories of things like I've been through with my mom. And when you raised a particular kind of way, um, you will often implement the things that your parents did to you. And for you not to be able to do those things, it take a lot of work um, to be able to not do those things. And I told y'all that um, me raising all of the kids that I raised, I definitely implemented some of those things that was done to me. But I also, after doing some of those things, you take time and you reflect on those things. And the problem is, a lot of people don't reflect on the things that they did. They kind of like make up excuses as to why you did it or whatever. But me, not so much myself. Me, it was just like moving in the moment of where you just do these things. And then for me, it was going from that place to then going to cry to God and saying, when are you going to help me out of this thing? Because I know I'm wrong for what I'm doing, but I don't know how to stop doing it. It's what I've been taught or whatever. And so that's kind of how I got away from things that I was brought up on is not making excuses for them, but staying in the moment, staying in the pain of it and knowing how it made you feel when those things was done to you. Um, so that you don't continue to do them to somebody else. So I also realized that's like a good um I almost want to say like a superpower, but it's not really a superpower, but it's like I can see like things that people go through today, things that I've already been through, but I've been far removed from those things. I can say something to it about them, say something to them about it, but not necessarily beat them down in the ground about what it is that they do, as long as you working to change it. But sometimes people ain't working to change what it is that they doing. They working to for somebody to pat them back on their back and say, "Girl, I know that's right. I know that's right." That ain't none of me, you know. Cause in those situations too, if I've been through anything close to like the person that's going through that thing with that said person, my heart go out to them too. So, you know, if you one of those people that you was raised in a certain type situation and you picked up things from your parents that you know is no good for you or to you, it can land you in a place that you know that ain't good for you or to you. Then do something about it. And it ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing. It's not too late for you to do something about it. Until you 6 feet under. It's never too late for you to work towards doing something better than what you is. Hey everybody, I'm just kind of trying to stay focused on what it is that I was hitting at that I picked up on today. But he Enoch, Nettie Light, and Dylan was the last people that came in. But don't ever look at your situation and make up excuses. Well, it didn't hurt me when my parents did it to you. Did it not really hurt you? Or did it not really bother you when your parents did it to you? Or is that the thing that you tell yourself to make yourself feel better about what you did? Um, yeah, it's never too late um, to change that. Um, mm, and if you really want to change those things, you can be able to. It doesn't matter. It's like what they call breaking chains, generational curses, and stuff like that off of your family for years to come. Because if you do those things and it's allowed to keep going down the line, you will eventually see it some other time in life, whether it be with your grandkids, your grandchildren, um, or whatever. You know, some things just have to um, be worked on. You got to be willing to work on it, no matter how hard it is. But um, when I went back and read in that journal, which I'm not really gonna, um, at least not right now, talk about what happened on that day. It is easy for me to pick up that jacket and put it back on myself because it was me. It was me who I was talking about on that day 20 years ago. Um, but it's also easy, well, not really easy for me to take that jacket right off. Um, because it still was a day that happened. But it sure makes it a lot easier to take that jacket back off and lay it back down on that sheet of paper when you know that you cried out and you asked God to help you in the way that I did. Just reading on that piece of paper that I was working towards being a much better person than I was. So if you're in a place that you're not necessarily happy with yourself, um, just know it ain't um it ain't far fetched for you to change it. Um, you can change it if you want to. It's up to you and your mindset. and you not making excuses for the things that you did. If you know it didn't feel good to you when it was being done to you, then make a plan as to how you're not going to continue it and do it to somebody else. All right, y'all. I just came on for a short period of time trying to get myself back in a place of getting used to going live. As you can see, my voice is going in and out itself, and I don't even know why, but um don't make excuses to stay in the same place that you stayed in. That you're in, especially if it's not a good place. Until next time, this has been Life with Tashana, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. Continue to grow.